All right, so this is our lecture for April 25th. Last class, I had y'all kind of go through and develop a thesis statement. Some of y'all were having a little bit of an issue with writing them, so I was wanting to kind of give you this first, right up here. There are two different types of thesis statements. You have a persuasive thesis statement, and then you have an informative type thesis statement. The most common type is going to be looking at our persuasive, that is kind of starting off with your argument or your opinion, and then kind of starting with because of 1, 2, 3, these reasons. Informative is kind of like stating a fact, which is supported by about 1, 2, 3 different arguments. So an example would be talking about bees. Bees would be dangerous to no, no, go. So no, bees would actually be detrimental if we lost them, simply because they are one of the world's top pollinators, and they carry a lot of work as far as the type of flowers that they do pollinate. So that could be part of your informative. And then your persuasive is, again, it's your standpoint. And then because these 3 reasons. So you have 2 different types of thesis that you can develop, and then you can kind of start to write your introduction. Your introduction paragraph should not be your actual body type. So you are not looking at simply having an essay where it's only 1 or 2 paragraphs. This is going to be a paper. You're having an introduction, a conclusion, and 3 main body paragraphs. So your introduction, after you've stated your thesis, should kind of be an attention getter. You don't need to ask questions in there. You don't need to, make it into a documentary of sorts. It is simply there to, you have your thesis, and then you're going to try and make it into an attention getter. Now, that should flow nicely into your 3 body paragraphs. And again, your paragraph, each one should have its main topic. So you will have a topic sentence, you will need to elaborate, you will then need to provide examples or evidence or quotations. You'll also need to explain the significance of the evidence or the significance of the quote. And then you're going to start transitioning into, your other paragraphs. Now, a paragraph, we're not labeling it as 3 sentences will be a paragraph. No. Paragraphs in these bodies can be as long as 10 sentences, because 1 is going to be the topic, and then elaborating on that should only be about 1 to 2 sentences. An example, evidence, and quotation, you can have several of those. That's at least 2 sentences each. And then you're explaining it and transitioning. And so that right there is an easy 10 sentences for each paragraph. Now, does it have to be 10 sentences? Can it be shorter? Can it be longer? Yes, it can be both shorter and longer. But you're going to want to make sure you have enough research, you have enough evidence, and you've done your background research. Now, some of y'all have already started, which is perfect, but what I really want for you to do is I want for you to take your time with this, because I know some English teachers have taught you how to write research. Some of y'all have not had that experience. So I really would like for y'all to take your time. If you turn it in early, and I'm not saying this week because it should not be due for another 2 weeks at minimum, but if you would like to turn it in, I can definitely put it through my Grammarly checker, and I can send you the feedback that it has given me. So again, there is something here to help you with your conclusion, but the conclusion is something we are going to focus on at another day and time. So today should really make sure that thesis statement is developed, because that is due by the end of the day today. And then go ahead, if you would like to, get a head start on your body, your three. And again, yes, you can have more than 3 paragraphs. You can have 5 if you wish, um, for in your body, but don't try not to go over that too much. So, but again, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. I'm always here on GoGuardian and on your Google Meet.